Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at the tech stocks, starting off with Tesla, then Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Netflix, Google, Amazon, and then we are taking a look at SPY and QQQ. Another great day in the market. We started off a little bit sideways action. Things went along the lines of sideways for a good amount of the time today in the day. By the time we closed, the last power hour did give it some more structural upside again. But the thing is that even when we were going sideways, we were still not in any bearish structure. It just was going sideways. That was it. And eventually those pullbacks are even bought back up, even on Tesla. So let's start off with Tesla. But before that, I also want to let you know, none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. All right, please do your own thing. I'm just sharing here my opinion, nothing more than that. Now, so we are on Tesla still in the bullish structure. We got a green candle eventually close. And as I said, anything until 50 and 20 days moving average, any pullback is just a buy eventually in the structure. Let's talk about the structure, right? Buy or sell, these decisions are yours. But in my opinion, as I have been saying, until 214 and 78 cents or 20 and 50 days moving average, this is any pullback still going to just stay bullish and a lot of strength on it. And we are seeing that in Tesla. Structure remains bullish. Even if I put on my tool, there is no structural breakages that I'm seeing right now. Everything is green. So from where we are right now. So Tesla is going strong. And let's take a look at hourly interval to identify the levels as well of potential plays. So right now, and let's also turn this on up here again. So as you know, this my indicator that gives you the structure as well. We were talking about it yesterday also, that we were going red yesterday, right? So that was a bearish day. And today when the market opened, you can see that things started green in the structure, and we eventually stayed in the green structure throughout the day. And you can see how this tool helps in identifying, what type of trades to take. And eventually we are also above the cloud. So all in all, in the overall structure, I'm not worried that pullback is just turning again to the upside. And as we talked about, yesterday was a bearish day, and today eventually it was just an upside running day overall as well, right? So the levels to watch for tomorrow, right? Now, if we continue to stay above where we are, pretty much, if we stay above 222 and 98 cents, and we stay above 20 hours moving average as well, we are just bullish. Even any pullback until the level of 221 and 60 cents, if we don't break it and just continue to hold support here, we are just bullish. And yeah, I only see a problem for Tesla if we lose 20 and 50 hours moving average and then 220. But then 214, 50 days moving average coming in, 20 days moving average coming in, those are additional support still. So we still have a lot of confluences on the positive side for Tesla. Let's go over to the 5-minute interval. And this is what I also want to point out, is that constant stabilization of these pivots throughout these last 2 days, right? The bottom areas, so much of support that came, right? And we eventually have a higher pivot as well closer to the end of the day. So things are looking good to me. As I said, I'll be only worried if we lose this bottom structure on intraday. Some intraday cool off big one I expect then. Otherwise, and definitely also if we start losing like the 221, some weakness would come. But otherwise, no. As I said, structure is still looking bullish and good for the upside. So that's Tesla. Let's go to now Microsoft. So Microsoft, a bit of, again, like a little bit of a sideways candle, but as you know, the structure overall on Microsoft is still bullish. And that's just a pullback candle. There is no body today, so that's why you're not seeing inside of that candle. But if I really like expand the chart, you can see there's a tiny dark green body there, right? So we are still in the bullish structure. There is nothing that has changed technically on it. Now, yeah, so what is the upside? And if you need access to my tools, guys, links are in the description below, okay? Now, this is the next level we have been targeting, 430, and let's see if Microsoft can still make its way up there. I do also expect, even if we see pullbacks, the 20 days moving average is a good support, 200 days moving average coming up is a good support from underneath. So let's go to the hourly interval. And let's talk about it over here. As for the levels to watch, we found support at 50 hours moving average today, got bought back up there tomorrow. If we go above 425.42 cents, just an upside play. I will be very careful if I'm looking for the downside. I don't want to trade or look for the downside, but if you are really into that, you will have to see weakness below 421. Otherwise, no. 421 zone, I mean, yeah. All right, let's go to Apple. And Apple up there still, a little bit trying to slow down, but in my opinion, this thing can still stay strong. It's just that would it do a pullback to first 20 and 50 days and then make a next run up, or will it do it from here on, right? Structure though is bullish. Let's go to the hourly interval. Let's see what's going on there. So it's still holding. Yeah, there's just a lot of pivots I'm seeing here, a lot of buying in this zone. Yeah, I think it's just an upside play even intraday tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna break. Even if it tries to break, I think tomorrow the weakness will be bought back up because this demand candle is quite strong and will have its influence. So yeah, I think it's gonna remain strong. Let's take a look at Meta. So Meta continues to go up. Structure never changed on this to the downside, as I have been saying. Those were just the pullback, and we are just continuing up today. So that's that. Now, what from here? Structure is full on bullish, guys. Right now, I'm not seeing any downside. And even the pullback to 20 and 50, the way candle has closed today, I don't think that's going to come tomorrow. I think we're just setting up for much more upside, going to the hourly interval. And I think most of this just is a pullback. Even red candles today is just going to be a pullback. Yeah, that's what it is. We got again stabilized into that cloud, and you can see we started to turn green, and then eventually any pullback came today, it's just got bought back up, right? So that's that. So yep, still strong momentum on Meta here. No problem. Tomorrow, any pullback, as long as we stay above 531, is just a bullish play. Meta is very strong. All right. Netflix. So Netflix today a little bit, hanging around just at the all-time highs, going a little bit sideways. But any pullback, even if it comes to 664 for any reason, is just going to stay bullish, right? And I talked to you guys this yesterday as well, that the way this strong momentum has come yesterday, well, when I talked about yesterday, so this was the strong momentum, right? I mentioned that you will have hard time seeing this break to the downside. Any sell off to the downside will just gonna get bought back up, and you can see we just got any pullback came, got bought back up. Tomorrow it's like, even as long as we stay above 689 and 85 cents, any rebounds, as long as they're getting bought back up on lower time frame, you are seeing the price action, double bottoms, higher pivots, and then yeah, it's still in a bullish structure technically. And in my opinion, even a lot of deeper pullbacks on Netflix, overall structure is not going to be changed that easily, right? Well, in my opinion, and technically also that's what I'm seeing. So yeah. Let's take a look at Google. So Google is in an interesting state today. It came back down to the blue box again. That's fine. Above 20 days moving average still. But let's take a look at the structure here though. So Google structure is still technically bullish. Yes, that's today's candle is a little bit lower, but the structure didn't change. Bearish structure is still to the upside. Now, this pretty much is, well, below 164, I'll be careful, definitely. This is the level. And below this is, this was the first zone, stop loss on below, right? Once we got into the another structure, you can move the stop loss down here. And, it looks like it still do want to go up. It's just that it's trying to stabilize, find another pivot here, and then we'll see what happens. But stop loss needs to be here now, right? Below the pivot area of the important zone, and this is the previous pivots. That's why this pivot is important as well. So now, yeah, so 169 and 48 cents is still remains the next target. Let's go to the hourly interval and see the possibility of that happening. So intraday, it's very important if Google can get above 166 and 15 cents with 20 and 50 hours moving average, then there's a good upside potential. Otherwise, there you can expect choppiness. I'm not gonna say it's gonna get bearish because right now there's some still good structural support sitting underneath. So I would just watch for this trend line or 20 and 50 hours moving average and try to play again to the upside. In my opinion, that's how I would like to trade, right? And even if we get back into the blue box, there's 164 sitting with 200 hours moving average, then 20 days moving average is also coming like that. So unless and until I'm not seeing a strong break, I don't want to trade anything to the downside on Google. The downside plays were here, right? Let me turn it on my structural indicator again. These were the downside plays when the structure changed, right? Red. And this is what I have been calling out since then as well. Like this was the structural break areas. And but yeah, until now I'm not seeing any structure break. It's just that it's stabilizing. So yeah, why should you play the short? This was the short play. Now it's like, all right, is it building up to the upside, right? So just trade with the structure. Amazon. So Amazon is strong, structure is still to the upside, and we are finally trying to get out and above of the blue box. Even though we see some sell-off up on the top, I still think this is a strong rebound, and I don't think that we will become bearish, but again, anything is possible. But as long as we stay above 176 and 89 cents, that's just a pullback in the structure. If that happens, even until 20, as I have been saying, in 200 days, it's just going to be a pullback structure. And if I show you that structural indicator as well, yeah, we are still full on right now going in the bullish structure, so no problem there. Now let's go to the hourly interval. And on hourly interval, let's put on my structure on hourly interval as well. Some slowness is coming closer to the end of the day. Let's see, if it can still hold above the cloud. But as I said, to me, structure is still technically looking good. It's just, where's that next play confirmation for intraday at least, right? And that is the levels to watch for tomorrow is, as long as we are still above 178 and 81 cents, you can see we are still getting bought back up there. We are still fine. And it's just that the next leg to the upside would be somewhere around above 180 and above. But as I say, it's already getting green here. I think things will still look fine for Amazon. It may and will continue to go up for a couple of more days, even through the pullbacks. I think it will just get bought back up, in my opinion. And yeah, let's see. All right, SPY and QQQ. So SPY is still in the bullish structure, as I have been saying. Let's turn on my indicator. Today's candle, you can see we came back down into that support zone of triple stacked support that I have been saying. And you can see that pullback got bought back up today, as just how I said yesterday that, guys, most likely, if any pullback comes, this is a good triple stacked support here, and we might get bought back up at intraday level. SPY is super strong. I won't be surprised if this time it also breaks the all-time highs again. And the all-time highs is sitting at 565. On intraday level, I'm not seeing any problem with SPY here as long as we are above 559 and 54 cents for tomorrow. This is the level. Yep. Still very bullish, and you can see such a good buying wick down here that came on SPY. Look at it. We are still very strong, still very much in the bullish structure. We are not very far away from all-time highs. Look at the recovery on SPY. Called it out. All of this stuff, we talked about it, guys. These were the pivots when they were forming. I talked about all of it. All right. QQQ. Let's go over there. QQQ, a strong close, and structure is still bullish, right? And this will remain bullish even through the pullbacks. If any pullbacks come to 474, but right now I'm seeing signs of that. No, I'm just seeing a structure being bullish. Let's go to the hourly interval and let's see what things are looking like there. So for tomorrow, yeah, as long as we stay above this level of 481 and 45 cents, nothing to worry. And even 20 and 50 hours moving average is still a good support. You can see things are still getting bought back up over there, right? So, and I would only be worried, well, even if any intraday cool-off has to come, it has to first lose 20 and 50 hours moving average, right? And then we would see. Otherwise, no, structure is still bullish on SPY and QQQ both, guys. Market is still very strong. And as I said, even if that cool-off comes, 474 is a good support, all right, through that overall structure pullback. Even after that, I'm seeing a lot of good support. 20 days moving average 467 area. So things are still very much in the favors of bulls, guys. All right, well, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.